to the Living Local podcast with your host and local real estate broker, David Karoly. Here we'll be discussing local real estate news, market updates, and acquainting you with living locally in Summit County. Today we'll take a look at the Summit County real estate market through the eyes of longtime local and title expert Brooke Roberts, joining us today from Land Title Guarantee. Welcome to the Living Local podcast.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Brooke.
Brooke, nice to see you.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, wonderful to have you over. You know, we go back a couple days.
Decades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooke, tell me just a little bit about your background. How long have you been in Summit County?
I have lived here, I think, almost 33 years, Dave.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been at Land Title 20 years this
That was my
August.
next question.
So I am the title extraordinaire of Summit County.
Tell me exactly what your position is. Are you marketing for Land
I
Title?
do sales and marketing for Land Title. We have 3 local offices, Frisco, Breckenridge, and Dillon, and we've been in business for almost 60 years. We're a locally owned title company in the state of Colorado.
That's great. Well, I certainly love all the things that Land Title does for me.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Always
proud
on
to work
time,
there.
always easy to work with.
Thank you. Yeah, we pride ourselves in accuracy and good customer service. So we love having you as a loyal customer, Dave.
Thank you. And you know, another great thing about Land Title is the stats that you put out. And I was wondering if we could talk about that a little bit today.
Absolutely. Another thing about our stats that we put out, they do not correlate with the MLS. They come from the clerk and recorder's office. So they're a little bit more accurate, if you ask me, because they include the FSBOs and the garages and commercial. Anything that's not in the MLS, it's all of the doc fees that are recorded at the county clerk and recorder's office. So I think it's a little bit more inclusive than the MLS.
Although we as realtors do a lot of business up here in this day and age, there's still, especially commercial, that doesn't ever make it to the MLS.
Exactly. But our numbers do reflect commercial and FSBOs, garage spaces, anything in that arena.
Well, let's just jump right into the stats for. So what we're looking at, we're going to talk about is stats for June, year to date, right?
Right. I'm gonna. I'd like to highlight the second quarter, the last 6 months.
Perfect.
Just to give us a bit of a reflection on what we're looking at. So yeah, we can talk about the second quarter with the transactions. We had about 723 transactions, about $961 million worth of monetary value in Summit County, and the average price is about 1.48 for all of the transactions in Summit County, and that includes everything. So things are not cheap in Summit County.
I don't think things are cheap any place you want to be.
No, not in Colorado.
I agree.
It's a good place to be, good place to live.
How about some good news?
Well, we're up in 2025. Volume's up about 3% from 2024 monetary volume. Transactions are flat, though, this quarter compared to last quarter, 2024. So we're not seeing a decline and we're not seeing an increase.
So the total transactions, are we looking at about year to date 723? Is that right?
Yes. So transactions are absolutely flat compared to this time last year, which is, the mountain communities are a different animal compared to the Front Range. Our inventory is actually around the same as it was in 2019 of July, from what I'm seeing, from what I've been tracking before the pandemic. So it's not extremely high compared to some of the other metropolitan areas.
It still seems like a bit of a balanced market for me, buyers and sellers. Although, inventory up, but I think it gives more options for the buyer out there.
Absolutely.
How about volume year to date? June volume, is it up or down?
June volume is actually, we're doing okay in June. We are about 11% up with monetary volume, and we are pretty up with transactions at 25% compared to June of 2024.
And then how about volume? I think it's up too, isn't it?
Yeah, volume is about 11% up in June compared to June 2024.
And I think most people want to know a little bit about, residential sales for June 2025. How are we looking?
For June 2025, we had about 92 transactions. One thing that I did want to mention is our single family homes are still really quite pricey. That price really hasn't gone down. Year to date, it's $2.4 million for average single family home price as of June 2025, and the average price for multifamily is pretty much $1 million. And then the average price for vacant land is $772,000 in Summit County. So that's pretty consistent.
Probably there's some areas that are bringing that number down for vacant land, because obviously in Breckenridge, vacant land is higher than that if it's buildable.
Yep, that's true. And there's not a lot of vacant land left in Summit County. And I did want to mention as well that cash transactions over the last quarter have been around 40% for the last 6 months. So 40% of all of our business in Summit County is cash.
Wow.
Yeah. So with the interest rates, I don't really foresee those going down too much. They're hovering around 6.75. So people that have money that want to invest tend to pay cash for real estate.
Park it for a while.
Exactly.
What about buyer profile? Where are you seeing our buyers come from these days?
That is very consistent with local buyers being around 31% year to date. And then front range buyers average between 40 and 35% for front range. Summit County has a lot more of the front range business than, let's say, Steamboat and Vail and the Aspen areas. Out of state is 33% year to date, and international is around 1% in Summit County.
Would you say that Summit County usually international buyers are a very small number of our buyers?
We do have a lot of international buyers that actually put their property in an LLC. So that is actually a U.S. address under the LLC. So it's hard to track international buyers when they put their title into an LLC. So it's probably a little higher than that. But as far as someone that's actually got an international address, it's hovering around 1%.
1%.
Yeah, in Summit County.
Do you guys keep track of out-of-state buyers, where the buyers are coming from?
We do, and that is usually the Florida market, Texas market, Kansas City, Missouri, in the Summit County area.
I
in California
like
as well.
Tell people, if you put a compass in, say, Breckenridge or Summit County and just drew a big circle.
We've always been a drive market in Breckenridge,
like Oklahoma. And
yep,
like you said,
we have
Kansas,
a lot of drive. We have a lot of drivers. Indiana, a lot of people from Wisconsin, a lot of people from Illinois drive here to have their car and their dogs and their kids and their bikes and their coolers and all that good stuff. But we've always been a pretty strong drive market in the Summit County area.
What about residential transactions? I'm seeing about 543 residential transactions.
Yes, and about 55% of all of those are over $1 million in Summit County. So it is not it's not a cheap place to live.
No,
but it's worth it every day.
Every day.
I wouldn't live here for 33 years. That's for sure. It's a beautiful place to be and wonderful people.
Let's talk one more thing. And people always ask about foreclosures. Hey, can I get a foreclosure? What are you seeing for foreclosures?
Foreclosures are not a hot topic in Summit County. Most of the foreclosure actions that we see are all fractional. Like the BGV and the fractional ownerships over in Copper. Timeshare stuff. So very rare do we, since 2008, our foreclosure market is not a hot topic.
That's great news.
Absolutely.
Well, we live in a great place. It keeps us healthy. And we have a healthy market. I know.
We're so lucky.
I got to get on your schedule for skiing this year.
I can't wait.
And a hike, too.
Well, I can wait a little bit.
I can wait, too. Let's get a hike first.
I love it. The wildflowers are beautiful.
Well, Brooke, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, Dave.
You're welcome. Get out there and enjoy the day, please.
You too.
Thank you for listening to the Living Local podcast. Stay tuned for entertaining new episodes, market updates, and get further acquainted with living locally here in Summit County with your host and local realtor, David Karoly.